Number 8. In Australia, it was the first Subaru to blend a turbo boxer with full-time AWD, and by 1992, the RS recipe came in wagon form, manual only, perfect for hauling bikes and embarrassing V8 at the lights. Under the bonnet sat the EJ20G 2-liter DOHC Turbo Flat 4, rated locally at about 147 kilowatts and 260 newton meters, tied to a 5-speed and Subaru's viscous center full-time 4-wheel drive system. Grip for days, even in the wet. The wagon could go to 100 in the low 7s, still lively for a 1990s grocery getter. The RS line laid the groundwork for the WRX phenomenon that followed, turning Subaru from quirky to quick in the public mind. The wagon is a cult favorite because there just weren't many. Enthusiast club tallies suggest roughly 100-odd wagons reached Australia, which explains why survivors are treasured and priced accordingly. Number 7. Built in tiny numbers, 80 wagons total, it was HSV's first high-performance long roof, hand-finished with individual build numbers, hence today's cult status and auction comment wars about the one that started it. Under the bonnet sat Holden's 5-liter injected V8, tuned by HSV to around 180 kilowatts and 400 newton meters, healthy for the era, and almost always paired with a 4-speed auto. The SVLE wasn't just a badge pack. HSV dropped it lower, fitted the then-flash 16-inch SV 5000 alloys, and added the body addenda and interior touches seen on its VN stablemates, giving the wagon a genuine stance without shouting. It arrived right as the VN Commodore platform put Holden back on equal-size footing with Ford, making this long roof both usefully big and properly rear-drive. HSV themselves have called the SVLE wagon their first high-performance wagon, ground zero for the later VP Sport wagon, and the lineage that eventually led to Club Sport Tourers and fire-breathing V8 estates. Number 6. A VR Series long roof that snuck HSV sedan attitude into school-run duty, and it's rare, with just 77 wagons built between July 1993 and March 1995. Power came from Holden's injected 5-liter 185i V8, rated at 185 kilowatts and about 400 newton meters. Period spec sheets and catalog data pegged the wagon at roughly 0 to 100 in just 6.9 seconds and a top speed around 237 kilometers per hour, which is delightfully brisk for something with roof rails. Beyond the badge, HSV gave the wagon proper hardware and trim, 17-inch rubber, the Club Sport body kit with a Senator-style front. Inside, you got bolstered sports seats and HSV-specific details. Wagons also carried height-adjustable rear head restraints, so even the backseat critics stayed comfy while you enjoyed that V8 burble. Number 5. As an entry-level HSV that arrived in April 1995, and, unusually for a performance brand, came as a proper 5-door long roof, as well as a sedan. Under its subtle SS-style bodywork sat Holden's trusty 185-kilowatt 5-liter V8, sending power to the rear through a 5-speed manual or 4-speed auto. In terms of pace, cataloged figures and simulations pegged the 0 to 100 sprint in just 6.8 seconds and a quarter mile around 15 seconds. Respectable shove for a 90s Aussie family hauler that still swallowed flat packs. Official HSV build data records just 20 VS Series 2 Manta wagons produced between June 1996 and September 1997, while auction houses and magazines have described certain 1995 wagons as one of 6, suggesting a tiny pre-Series 2 batch. Whichever count you follow, their hen's teeth scarce. Number 4. The Avalanche wagon is a jacked-up, all-wheel drive long roof that HSV built from late 2003 through 2005 off the Holden Adventra, making it HSV's first AWD model. Under the bonnet sat the LS1 5.7-liter V8, tuned to about 270 kilowatts and 475 newton meters, driving through a 4-speed auto and Holden's rear-biased cross-track AWD system. HSV's brochure bragged about 0 to 100 in 6.4 seconds and a 14.5-second quarter mile. serious shove for a family hauler with roof rails. As for rarity, enthusiasts commonly quote roughly 333 avalanche wagons built across 2003 to 2005. So the pitch is simple. It tows the boat, tackles a gravel shortcut, and still thunders like a proper HSV when you prod the loud pedal. Number 3. Launched in July 2008 as part of the VE family, the sport wagon ditched the old long wheelbase wagon formula and rode on the sedan's shorter 2,915mm wheelbase for sharper handling and easier parking. In SS trim, it packed GM's 6-liter V8. Early cars used the L98 rated at 270 kilowatts, 530 Newton-meters, then Model Year 10 briefly shifted to the AFM-equipped L76 at 260 kilowatts, before Model Year 11's L77 brought cylinder deactivation and E85 flex fuel capability, while returning to 270 kilowatts. Independent tests have recorded 0 to 100 in just 5.4 seconds and a top speed of 160 miles per hour. Compared with the VE sedan, the sport wagon added roughly 90 kilograms, but reviewers still praised its planted feel and family-friendly packaging. In 2009, Holden even sold an SSV Special Edition with a Pontiac G8 front end. Uniquely, the wagon got in on the act too, creating a slice of Aussie-American mashup you won't see every day. Number 2. The Calais Phi VF2 wagon is a final luxury long roof you could buy new with a big bent 8 before local manufacturing wrapped in 2017. Under that neat chrome grin lives the VF2 Swansong upgrade, GM's LS3 6.2-liter V8, introduced across all V8 Commodores, complete with a bimodal exhaust and extra bark when you're feeling mischievous. In the Calais V, it was a proper factory option and paired exclusively with a 6-speed automatic. The Calais V could crack about 0 to 100 in just 5.2 seconds. Calais is the luxury cousin of Commodore, and in VF2 spec, it lets you order the same LS3 heart as the SS without the shouty body kit. Number 1. Born from HSV's Gen F2 update, the Tourer took Holden's Commodore wagon and slipped in GM's blown 6.2-liter LSA V8. Early cars made 400 kilowatts, 671 Newton-meters. Then for HSV's 30th anniversary Swansong in 2017, the calibration bumped it to 410 kilowatts, 691 Newton-meters, just to make sure the neighbors heard your goodbye. The Tourer was proudly rear drive and auto only. Which car timed the wagon to 100 in just 4.54 seconds and a 12.67-second quarter mile. Numbers that would make many coupes blush while you're packing a pram and an esky in the back. Price when new hovered around $85,990 for the LSA Tourer, a cheeky bargain given the performance on tap. It landed right at the end of an era. Holden shut its Elizabeth plant on October 20, 2017, making the R8 Tourer LSA one of the last Aussie-built V8 wagons you could buy straight out of a showroom.